I've been that guy. While you was at home doing this, I was in the club making moves. Slow whining with your future wife.
Asked a guy, would you fight Jake Paul? And there was...
I wouldn't fight him, I'd bash him.
Yeah.
You look at Anthony Joshua, he looks like a superhero.
Do they?
In a heated Instagram Live, Anthony Joshua directly responded to Jake Paul's challenge, making it clear that while he's open to a fight, his focus remains on his career and legacy. Unlike social media-driven hype, Joshua thrives on action, not empty words. "I'm not one for trash talk," he stated, reinforcing his professionalism. While Paul thrives on controversy, Joshua refuses to engage in unnecessary drama. However, if the fight makes sense financially and competitively, he's willing to handle business where it matters most, the boxing ring. Could this be the next blockbuster fight fans have been waiting for?
Good luck to him, man. Do your thing. I'm gonna do mine. He's gonna do his. What more can I say? I don't really need to talk. I just do what I do. I don't really need. I'm not a talker like that. I'm not a talker. I handle my business. That's all I need to know. You tell me in America what type of vim do I need to bring? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this and that and that and this. Trust me. I'm from the UK. We stand on our business. I'm standing on my business. I'm gonna handle mine. I've never seen someone win a fight via mental games. Like, the way you win a fight is by punching someone more times or punching someone harder than the other person. So it's here nor there, isn't it?
Eddie Hearn confirms that Anthony Joshua is fully prepared to face any contender, anytime, anywhere. According to Hearn, Joshua personally assured him that he's ready for any high-stakes showdown. This bold statement underscores Joshua's unwavering determination, proving he won't back down from lucrative mega fights, blockbuster matchups, or potential record-breaking pay-per-view battles.
This is the first time I've spoken about the fight. To be honest, like, I look at it and I think Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua. I mean, look, for me, we'd do it for the banter. Do you know what I mean? Like, AJ would fight Jake Paul. He'd fight anyone, to be honest with you. And if Jake Paul wants to step up and fight Anthony Joshua, he'll need the relevant insurance. But, you know, the only thing that was disappointed was he says 2026. I mean, that's like calling someone out. That's like me saying, you know, LA Olympics for the surfing, 2028, I'll be there. Do you know what I mean? Do it in 2025 if you really want to do it. You're not going to get really much better at this stage, but I don't know, those two have spoken. I spoke to AJ this morning. He went, listen, of course, I'd fight. I mean, you know, if the question was asked to Jai, would you fight Jake Paul? And there was...
I wouldn't fight him, I'd bash him.
Yeah. But he might do it. He might just do it.
Eddie Hearn strongly warns that facing Anthony Joshua is a high-stakes, high-risk decision. He insists that any fighter stepping into the ring with Joshua should have insurance, underscoring the extreme danger involved. With knockout power, elite athleticism, and world-class technique, Joshua is a dominant force. Only the most prepared challengers stand a chance in this explosive showdown.
Eddie Hearn responding to Jake Paul's call out of Anthony Joshua by stating this. He states, Joshua would fight anyone anytime, but warn Paul about the risk. If Jake Paul wants to step up and fight Anthony Joshua, he'll need the relevant insurance. And let me counterpunch. Eddie Hearn responding to this just confirms that this fight could actually happen. Because, you know, Eddie pretty much, you know, calls the shots. He makes the play. You know, Anthony Joshua's interested. Now, Eddie Hearn is stating that he's interested. So that means, you know, hey, why not wait? Why wait to 26? Why not this year in 25? And that means that he is very comfortable with putting Anthony Joshua in there with Jake Paul. And if I was Eddie Hearn, people, counterpunching this statement, I would too. Because this is, to me, again, like I've told you guys before, when Jake Paul called out Anthony Joshua, I think he overstepped himself.
Eddie Hearn remains highly interested in a potential blockbuster fight, yet he acknowledges Jake Paul's history of financial disputes. However, despite past controversies, Hearn appears ready to bypass concerns since Paul is presenting a massive financial offer. With substantial revenue on the table, this lucrative opportunity significantly influences Hearn's willingness to engage in negotiations, recognizing the fight's immense profitability and global audience appeal.
I just seen Eddie on camera say, "Look, man, business is business. Business is booming. Nigga, if I'm in third place and I'm getting paid all this, nigga, fuck it." You see, third place it is. Y'all tripping off this shit, not me. I'm good. And Matchroom is motherfucking eating. And Matchroom eating. I'm doing good and Matchroom is eating. So shit. But it seemed like he was butthurt when he said it because his voice was still cracking like he was gonna cry when he said it. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't Jake Paul reach out to Eddie? Hey, man, look, man, we could draw up a deal, man. We could draw up a deal and I'll give you $50 million too. You know what I'm saying? I can give you $50 million for AJ.
But hold on. So you made me just think about something. Salute to my boy Brent Fox coming through. If Eddie Hearn does this with Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul, would that be like the ultimate betrayal from Eddie? Or is it all like fair game?
So Jake Paul slammed Eddie Hearn, calling him deceptive and accusing him of putting on a fake persona. While appearing cordial in public, Paul claims Hearn's private actions tell a different story. Known for his outspoken nature, Paul's latest remarks fuel the ongoing drama, sparking speculation and controversy over a potential blockbuster fight in the boxing world.
And of course, Eddie Hearn is already preparing his excuse.
Dude, he's preparing it.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's a weasel. He's a snake. Snake guy right there.
What do you mean he's a weasel?
Man, I don't even know where to begin with him, but he's very two-faced. You know, I think off camera, he's like, on your side, like, man, you do well, I love what you're doing actually, and like I really respect it, and blah blah blah, and you're gonna take this a long way. And then the cameras come on and he's like, you're not that good, da da da, saying all
so he's
this
selling.
Stuff.
He's
like
selling.
a backhand, it's like a backhanded compliment,
yeah,
or a backhanded diss. Like the way he words it and shit, he's like, oh, you're average. Well, average isn't that bad. Well, Eddie, what if I called your wife average? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Anthony Joshua has cemented his legacy by battling elite boxing champions. He faced Oleksandr Usyk, a master technician, suffering 2 tough defeats. These intense matchups showcase Joshua's resilience, unwavering determination, and fearless pursuit of greatness, proving he's always ready to challenge the best in the sport.
Once the belts were finally out of my possession, which I was expecting to win, it just kind of tore me apart. And that's raw emotion live on your screen. Obviously, looking back, could I have dealt with things better? Yeah, of course. But at the time, that wasn't the priority. It was just outpour of emotion.
There are so many athletes we're seeing across gymnastics, cricket, rugby and football that have taken time out of their sport to deal with their mental health before coming back in. Did you at any point in that period think, I need to take an extended break away from boxing before coming back in?
It wasn't the fact I needed to take a break. You know what it was? I actually watched a lot of like fighters, they've taken time out of the game for those reasons as well. And I think, okay, if they've done it, I should be doing it. But I got to look at myself as an individual. And what it is, I feel like if I take time out, I'm letting everyone catch up. And I want to be ahead of the game.
Joe Rogan has consistently praised Anthony Joshua's phenomenal physique, often highlighting his superhero-like frame and extraordinary power in the ring. Joshua's unwavering discipline, elite training, and unparalleled athleticism set him apart, and Rogan firmly believes his physical dominance plays a pivotal role in his boxing success.
Like boxers today, if you look at like Anthony Joshua, who's the heavyweight champion of the world now.
Is he?
You look at him, yeah. He's a English fellow. He's a tank. I mean,
Is he?
Oh man, you look at Anthony Joshua. He looks like a superhero.
Do those guys have as much stamina as these guys do though?
Oh yeah, they do
Oh,
today.
they did?
Yeah, because the conditioning methods that they have today are just so superior. They understand rest and recovery, and they monitor
see.
your heart rate, and they're monitoring lactic acid buildup. And
On a recent podcast episode, Joe Rogan hilariously speculated about Jake Paul's rumored plan to challenge Anthony Joshua in 2026. With a sharp wit, Rogan joked that the extended timeline might allow Paul to bulk up, perhaps with some extra help, before stepping into the ring against a former heavyweight champion. This playful jab raises doubts about whether Paul is truly gearing up for such a monumental showdown.
that Dubois guy, though, holy man, the way he took out Anthony Joshua.
I know.
Yeah, Jake wants to fight Anthony Joshua now.
I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua's.
Said he wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026.
And the
they're
haters online are like, yeah, do it.
Well, they're like,
"Yeah,
what
please
about
make that
now?
happen." Yeah.
They're like, what about
Do
fight
it
him now? He's like, no, I want to wait till 2026. Like, okay.
To put on weight?
Put all the steroids, every steroid
Whatever.
they have.
I would want.
Snake
Here's
venom,
the thing. I would
scorpion
watch
venom.
it.
Oh, by the way,
Scorpion venom.
Rollo reached out to me, John Rollo, my boy, and he sells this blue scorpion shit. He wants to get you some, Jordan.
I'll have some.
All right, I'll have him send you some.
Get on the
I'll
scorpion.
take some,
Quadruple
too.
doses, like
Yeah,
We'll see
do
what
it, man.
happens. I'm gonna start slow. I'm gonna find out if I get poisoned.
Yeah, just.
What the fuck are we doing? We're drinking venom from scorpions.
That is weird.
That's weird. He's got the dopest tattoos.
Shannon Sharp didn't hold back when discussing a potential Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua showdown. He emphasized that Joshua's sheer size and power would overwhelm Paul, making the fight completely one-sided. Many boxing analysts echo Sharp's concerns, debating whether Paul can truly compete against an elite, battle-tested heavyweight like Joshua.
The elites. We talk about the elites at their craft. It's not going to happen. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jake fought the closest,
Tyson Fury, brother.
Tommy Paul, the closest person to actually,
Tommy Fury.
Tommy, Tommy, if you want to challenge someone with the one loss you have. Take him out.
Jake Paul's habit of challenging iconic fighters has sparked controversy. Many boxing enthusiasts argue he prioritizes viral publicity over true competition, questioning his legitimacy as a professional boxer rather than proving his skills in the ring.
I want to fight Anthony Joshua exclusive because I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua's ass. I know
he
I
just
will
got
beat,
knocked out, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have a chin and he has no skill and he's stiff. And I love you, Anthony. We're friends. All this I want to fight you. I will beat Canelo.
Stop the tape now. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. The thing I respect about Jake Paul is his strategic selection of opponent. The retired NBA player, the mixed martial artist who does not specialize in striking, and a almost approaching 60-year-old Mike Tyson. But Anthony Joshua's skills are 1,000 light years ahead of Jake Paul's. Anthony Joshua, Mr. 28 wins, 25 knockouts, 4 losses. Anthony Joshua has been in the ring with real fighters. His resume speaks for itself. I just have one thing to say. Jake Paul, you can't play boxing. Trust me, just stay in your lane.
Jake Paul's bold challenge to Anthony Joshua has ignited massive debate, with many doubting his true intentions. Paul's ambitions go beyond Joshua. He's eyeing MMA icon Conor McGregor next. Paul argues his boxing prowess is surging, while McGregor's skills are fading with age. Once again, Paul strategically targets high-profile opponents to dominate headlines and maximize his influence in combat sports.
You think McGregor's done?
I think he has to come back and fight, but he needs to win.
Will he fight you?
I don't think he will. I think my skill level is outgrowing his in boxing, and I have the height advantage. He can't beat me, and I think probably knows that. And like time, he's only getting older and I'm only getting better.
Jake Paul has expressed interest in a blockbuster showdown against Gervonta Tank Davis, igniting massive buzz in combat sport. However, a major weight disparity exists. Davis dominates the lightweight division, while Paul competes at a much higher weight class. For this mega fight to materialize, Paul would need a drastic weight cut, potentially impacting his strength and performance if he later moves up to challenge Anthony Joshua.
So a Tank Davis versus Jake Paul exhibition match was going to take place after the Lamont Roach fight until Tank drew with Roach, leading to a rematch. Now, I'm going to say the unpopular opinion here, but the size difference would have been way too much. I mean, even if Tank brought Jake down to 190 or 200 pounds, he would have still been way too big. I mean, no matter how good a lightweight is, they would have almost no chance against a cruiserweight or heavyweight ranked top 200 in his division. And I'm sure people are going to bring up Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul, but Logan is just not a good boxer relative to Jake. You know, Jake's been training for a couple years, he's had over 10 pro fights, and Mayweather was also junior middleweight in this fight, not a lightweight like Tank. But that being said, I'm glad Tank and Jake isn't happening. You know, it would have been a fun spectacle, but I'm not the biggest fan of the exhibition stuff. And instead now Tank and Roach will be rematching in June. You know, the first fight did a little over 260,000 pay-per-view buys, which isn't bad in this market. Roach absolutely deserves a second fight, so I do think the rematch will do far more numbers. And as for Jake, I want to see him fight big-name boxers around his weight class. You know, the Tommy Fury rematch, for example, he's undefeated. The first fight did a little over 800,000 pay-per-view buys. He's around the same age range, so that's the fight I want to see, not the exhibitions. But let me know what you guys think.
That wraps up today's exciting episode. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and stay engaged for more exclusive content coming soon.